Hello, my name is Alana Zabito, and I will be giving you my film analysis presentation. So, the movie I chose was Bottoms by Emma Seligman. I chose Bottoms because in the recent films, this was my least favorite movie slash film. But I really wanted to challenge myself in doing another presentation and another analysis on Bottoms because I wanted to give it a second chance. Of course, Bottoms is a movie about a group of queer women who start a fight club in hopes in losing their virginity. It's a really silly, it's a really dumb movie, but it's a very fun movie to watch. So the source I chose was the itchcan.org. It is a website about young journalists from New York City, from the Itchcan College, who write about their community, sports, news, politics, and much more. And so their article is called Bottoms Proves That Not All Gay Films Have to Involve Suffering. The thesis of their analysis is that they believe that not all queer films need to have a bad ending. So I took two key points from the analysis, but I would like to state that thesis again, that they believe that queer films don't need to have a bad ending. We tend to watch a lot of queer films like Carol, which is my personal fave, but A Portrait of a Lady on Fire, I Can't Think Straight, a lot of different movies where the lovers don't end up together. And the difference of this movie was that it was a very comedy movie. One of the key points I took from the article that was written was Bottoms approaches sexism and homophobia in a comedy manner. So we see a lot of joking in the movie. Personally, I didn't enjoy the movie because I didn't find it realistic. As someone who is a queer young adult who has been left for a man, no wonder I feel Carol on a more deeper level, or I feel A Portrait of a Lady on a more deeper level compared to Bottoms, where they're fighting each other in hopes that their crush notices them. And so it's a very laughing movie. In the article, they state how they just enjoyed the movie because it was a fresh breath of air. Like, they weren't sobbing at the end of the story, they were laughing. And so another key point that I took from the analysis was the beauty of Bottoms is that it doesn't take itself too seriously. It doesn't try to make a political statement. It doesn't try to be overly feminist or have a take on homophobia. So in the movie, you can't find a moral of the story. Like, you're like, so were they trying to talk about feminism, lesbianism? You're just like, this is just a dumb movie. Like, it's a movie without a storyline. It's just queer girls, loser lesbians falling in love with popular girls, and just them being teenagers, wanting to conquer or at least try to persuade their crushes into wanting to have sex with them. So it was a very goofy movie, and in the analysis, you'll see a lot of just key points of them pulling from the movie on what made them laugh. So I personally felt like the analysis was written well. I went through a few different analyses, and most of them sounded the same. I like the way this one was worded more because they included the seriousness from different movies like Carol, compared to this one, which this one was just a fun queer movie where you can laugh about It could be like a comfort movie. Oh, let me put on Bottoms because I know I'm gonna laugh if I watch it, compared to putting on Carol, which makes my stomach hurt each time I watch it. So it was a different breath of air. The analysis was pinpoint, perfect on its writing about Bottoms, and I totally enjoyed reading both the analysis and rewatching the movie after reading the analysis. My final thoughts is that I agree with the analysis. Bottoms is a movie that shouldn't be taken so seriously. It doesn't need to have a sad ending. Queerness does not ever need to have a sad ending. Queerness is happiness, and it doesn't always have to be sad. It could be happy. So yeah, that was my final analysis on Bottoms, and I hope you enjoy.